So welcome to my channel, guys. This is Tech Adam from Code Resource. For those of us joining who subscribed to our channel today and previously, I want to say a big thank you. And for those of you that are yet to subscribe, don't forget to click the subscribe button and also click the notification icon so that you'll be notified when a new video has been released. So today we are going to be creating this portfolio template that you're seeing on the screen. So it consists of the header, the hero section, the about, services, portfolio, testimonials, and newsfeed. So we're going to be creating this very amazing, cool looking template today. So this video is going to be divided into series. So in order to make it easy and not have a very long video, we're going to divide this into series. So we're going to start actually coding out our project, and so I'm going to go to my text editor. So right here is my project folder, and in my project folder I have some assets. I have my asset folder which consists of my CSS and my JavaScript folder, and in the CSS folder I have a style.css. So this is where we're going to be writing all our CSS and I have an app.js. Okay, so this is supposed to be empty. So in this app.js, this is where we're going to be adding some JavaScript for some of the animations we saw on the portfolio page. So we have the image, we have some images here that we're going to be using in our project. And I have a folder for brand images and another folder that consists of the images we're going to use for our portfolio section. These other images are going to be used. This is going to be the background on the hero image, on the hero section. So this is my index file, which is blank right now. So let's start coding. So first I'm going to get my boilerplate, initialize my boilerplate. So let me change the title to portfolio, and I'm going to link my style.css. So initially I wanted to use Bootstrap, but this tutorial is actually geared towards beginners, so we're going to be using Pure HTML and CSS to code these from scratch. So now I'm going to put a wrapper which is going to wrap both my hero section and my header, div wrapper. So in here I'm going to add my header, and my header is going to have another div. I'm going to call it container with a class of container, and in here I'm going to have my nav, and my nav is going to consist of, let's put a span here and say a dot. Right, this is my brand, like this is my logo here, and I'm going to have an unordered list which is going to hold my menu, my navigation links. So here I'm going to add home, and we're going to add about, services, portfolio, and let's say news. Right, so I'm going to have another unordered list, times 2. Yeah, so here I want to add some icons. So for these I'm going to be using Themify icons. So if you don't know what Themify is a library like Font Awesome that provides you with the availability of using awesome icons like the ones you can see on the screen right now. So all you have to do is just add or download the CSS for you to be able to use this. So I'm just going to use the CDN link Sorry. Okay, I'm going to use this. Yeah, so I'm going to go into the CSS, and all I need to add is this. I'm going to copy this, copy URL. I'm going to close this, so I'm going to paste it here. Now I'm going to create a link, paste it here. So if you as you can see, there's an icon here for search, and there's also another icon here, so we're going to add that now. So I'm going to add span.ti search. So if we go back to our page here and refresh, you would see that the search icon is already shown here. So I'm going to add another one. I'm going to say span.menu. So you can read up on Themify icons so that you can know how it's been, how to leverage and use it in your projects. So now I'm going to add my content section. So here is going to have two divs, each span 6. So here, this div will hold our image. Let's see. Just say web dude.jpeg. Let me see. I think I'm using this. No, not this one. Okay, hero img. So this is the image we're going to be using. So hero img. I'm going to give it a width of 100%. So let's refresh and see. Oh, okay. We didn't actually go to the folder, so it's going to be image slash. Okay. Hero img.png. Oh, this is a PNG file. Sorry about that. PNG. So let's refresh again, and we could see the images shown here. All right, so we're going to add this text right here. This text, we're going to add this. So I'm going to add a h1, and I'm going to say Abdul Adam. I'm going to add a p tag, and I create experiences x. I see awesome x designs. You know what? I'm just going to copy what's here. I'm a web designer, so this is going to be like in a h3, and we're gonna have a p tag. And I'm going to paste this here. Oh, sorry about that. So I think I didn't copy it well. Yeah. So yeah. So if I refresh now, you can see what we have on our screen. So let's go to style and these. So in our style, we're going to create a global. We're going to remove all margins. Margins to 0, all padding to 0. We want to remove list style from all lists, none. All text decorations, none. And we want to put the box size in to border box. Also, I'm going to add in the font family. So this font is actually installed on my system. You could use any other font, or you could look for it and install it on your system. So if we come back and refresh, oh, I haven't added the style to my HTML page, so I didn't add it. Well, assets / CSS / style.css. If I come here and refresh, you could see that the fonts are already responding to the switch in style. So let's get back to the styling. Right, so next we are going to be styling our header. So our wrapper div, we're going to give it a background color. Wrapper, going to give it a color of like background. I'm gonna say #222 and a color of white. So you could see the changes here. So for our header, we want to give it a display of flex. Is it our header? No. We want to style this container element first. So let's style the container. The container element is going to have a width of 80% and a margin of 0 auto to central. Just put it in the center. You could see. So we're going to remove this header and we're going to style the nav itself. So now our nav is going to have a display of flex, justify content, center, space between, and align items of center. So if we look at our page now, we could see, oh sorry, it is not a class. So you could see that the changes have been effected, right? Yeah, so our ULs, our two ULs are going to have, so nav UL is going to be a display of flex. And so if we go back and refresh, you could see. So let's make this like 75%. I think it's a little bit too, or like 70%. Let me go back here and see. Yeah, I think 75% is okay. So we're going to give the nav some padding, top bottom of 2 rem and left right of 0. Alright, so let's reduce this to 1.5 rem, refresh. Alright, so the LIs are going to have a margin, top bottom 0, left right of 1 rem. So let's see that again. Yeah, yep. So the nav li, the anchor tags now are going to have a color of white, and going to have a font size of 1.2 rem. Let's see. All right, so that's making sense. So we're going to style this nav brand here, our logo. We're going to style it. So I'm going to just come back here and say nav h3 and give a font size of 1.4. Right, and I'm going to say nav h3, the span inside. I'm going to give it a background of, so I'm going to come here and copy this, a background of this, and a color of white. You could see that, right? So I'm going to use a padding of 0.5 rem top bottom and left right of 1 rem. So let's see how that looks. All right, and we're going to give it a text align center. Let's see if that works. Well, let's give this h3 a text align center. Let's see. All right, so I think it's same. So we're going to give this a border radius of like 6 pixel. All right, so let's see 8 pixel. Yeah. Okay. So we also want this. Guy to also have this red background. If you check here, you see it also does have the background. So we're just going to come here and give this anchor a class of menu, and go back and say nav a with a menu. I want to see a background. I'm going to paste it. Oh, sorry. I'm going to copy this and paste it here. I'm going to say a color of white. Yeah, so I'm going to give it a padding of 0.5 top bottom and 0.5 left right. So let's see how that looks. All right, so let's see 1 area like this, or 0.8. Yeah, so let's give it a border radius of 7 pixel. Sorry about that. Yeah. So next we're going to be styling this hero section right here. So I'm going to create here in the hero section we have the content and we have the span, which are both 6. So I'm going to put all these inside a div, and I'm going to give the div a class of FlexBox. Yeah, so I'm going to come here and see the FlexBox display of flex. If I go back now, you would see, yeah. So I'm going to give the content a height of 80 view height. So let's see how that looks. All right. Yeah, so we're going to use a height of 100%. Okay, let's leave that out for now. And this, we're going to style the span 6. We're going to say span 6. Want it to have a flex basis of 50%, and this I want. If we refresh now, we could see the way it looks, right? We could see the way it looks. So I'm going to remove this for now from the image, and alright, so we're going to say span 6 image. I want it to have a font. I'm sorry about that. I want it to have a height of auto and width of 100%. So let's see how that looks. Okay, it's overflowing. So let's first of all style this. Let's call this hero description, which is the SC, and here will be hero image. Yeah, so this guy is going to have a width, a height, sorry, 100%. So let's see if this fixes the overflow thing. Alright, yeah, so let's span the hero. Let's style the hero description. The hero description here has the H1, the H3, and the P. So first we'll style the H1, and we'll say font size. We give it say 3.5 rem. So let's see how that looks. Alright. So I want to add all these guys. I want to add them into a div and give it a class of inner DSC, and I'm going to come back here. I'm going to say inner. Sorry, let me style that here. Inner DSC. Oh, sorry guys. So not inner. Here is going to be hero DSC, and I want here to be display of flex, and the inner we have here. We're going to come here and say dot inner DSC, and we're going to say margin of auto. And so if we refresh, you'd see that the margin is here. So for the image, we're going to give it a width of 70 pixels. We could see that it just fits with the page now. So we're going to add some padding here, so this text leaves the edge of the screen. So for inner DSC, we want to add a padding. For top bottom, we want to say 0, and left right of 6, for example, or 5 rem. Alright, I'm going to give this a background to see. Right, 6. Sorry guys, I just want to check something out. First child. Background of red. So let's see how that looks. Alright. That's it. Oh, sorry. Alright, so let's get to it. Yeah, so I'm going to add more padding. Let's change 6. Yeah, and let's see 10. Okay, yeah, that's too much. Yeah. So for the H1, we're going to give it a margin bottom. Margin bottom of 3 area. I'm going to give it a margin bottom of 3 area. That's too much. We're just going to say 1. So we have a H3. Below the description, H3, we're going to give it a margin bottom of 0.5 rem. If we refresh now, we could see that. And for the P, we're going to give it a line height of 1.5 rem. If we refresh, we could see that, and we're going to increase the font size to 1.4 rem. Let's see how that looks. I think it's going to be too big, so it's just going to be 1.1. Yeah, so I think that's fine. We're going to increase the line height. Yeah, so I think that's better. So now we're going to work on this about section right here. So I think yeah, so let's do the about section. But before that, I think we have to work on the alignment between the header and okay, so this is what I'm saying. The container we added up there, I'm going to come here and reduce it 70%. You could see that, right? So we're going to come back here in our HTML and we're going to add the container right here inside the content. So I'm going to add a div here, give it a class of container, and I'm going to close the div down here. So if I come back here and refresh, you can see that. So now I think we could give our image as our image. Yeah, so we can make it 100%, and you can see that it's fine now. We're going to come here where we added the padding, and we're going to reduce that to 1. So yeah, I think everything's looking pretty similar. Yeah, I think so. So we are going to increase the height of our content, right? Our content, we're going to increase the height by 5. Let's see, 5 vh here, and let's refresh. Yeah, so I think it's looking great. It's looking great now. So we're going to add this colorful background we see right here. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I think so. We're going to open it again. I'm going to add this colorful background, and we have it already here. I think Hero BG. Yeah, so this is it. So for our content, we're going to come back here and give it a background of background image, sorry, URL. So we want to go to the images folder, which means we have to go folder up, two folders up, image slash hero bg dot png. Yeah, so if I refresh now, you'd see that it's displaying. I'm going to give it a background size of cover and a back. Gonna repeat of no repeat. Yeah, so if we refresh, you could see it's looking very similar, right? So now let's work on this about section, then we can move to the next video. Yeah, so so before that, I want to define a set of colors that we will be using. I don't want us to be repeating colors, so we're going to use the root variable to define some variables we'll be using frequently. So I'm going to say dark bg is going to be hash. So let me copy this stuff here and add it here. So we use this background somewhere, so let's test whether this is working. So I think in the wrapper, yeah, I think it was 222, sorry, the dark bg is 22. So we're going to come here now. In order for us to use that global variable right here, we're going to use the var. You could read up on that, it's very easy to understand. Dark bg. So if we come back here and refresh, you'd see that nothing changes. So we're going to be defining some few variables we're going to be using. So we're going to add this. I have a darker bg, which is going to be hash 1f, and then I have accent, let's call it bg accent, which is this, and this also. So this will be bg accent darker, accent dark, is equal to hash of this. Yeah, so I also have some variables I'd like to add later, but for now I think that is okay. So we could come here where the nav menu is. We're going to change this to var of bg accent. Yeah, so I think this should be fine. I'm going to copy these and add it, yeah, here. So let's refresh, and you could see that everything is pretty the same. Yeah, so let's work on the about me section now. So this is a div for the class of wrapper. So here I want to add a section and see class of about. Yeah, so I'm gonna div, I'm gonna have a container here too, and yeah, so we have, if you look at these, we have two columns, right? We have two columns here, so we're going to be using a flex box. So the about section is going to be having, I'm gonna have a div of flex. I'm gonna make this a flex about, for example, right? Or I'm going to have a global variable flex, and I'm going to say div.span 6 times 2. So I'm going to copy the text that is here, and I'm going to add them here. So this is one, so I'm gonna have h2, and I'm gonna paste that in, and I'm gonna have a p tag, and we're going to copy this lorem ipsum stuff, right? I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it here. So we still have inside here, we also have this, right? So I'm going to add that. So this is going to be a div, and we're going to add all this for now. I'm going to say span. Add 7, and we'll have another span, and I'll say yes. Off. I'm going to put break tag experience. Yeah. So this is going to be experience div. I'm going to give the class of experience. So if we refresh, oh sorry. So this is what we're working on. So you could see that. So I'm going to copy this also and add it to the other side. So this is going to be a h1 example. Sorry about that. I'm going to paste this in, and let's talk with me. This is going to be a span, and my email right there. So I'm going to put this span inside the paragraph tag, and I'm going to have an h2. Then I'll take my email tag adam90@gmail.com. Yeah, so if we go back now and check, you would see that, and there's a title here. Sorry, there's a title here about me. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add it outside of flex container. I'm gonna add it in a p and a h5. Yeah, about me. So let's style that now. Let's style our about section. So we have a flex to be a display of flex, and I also want our about section to have a background of Dakar BG. Sorry, and color of one. So if we go back there and refresh, you'd see that changes is already taking place, right? Yeah. So yeah, so now we're going to be styling we're going to style this text right here, and first let's style this about me. So the flex, sorry, about h5 is gonna have a color of var accent, I think BG accent dark. Yes, so let's see. Yeah, you could see that, right? And I want to about to have a padding top bottom of 3 rem, left right of 0. So let's refresh. Yeah, so you could see that, and let's make this 2.5, and about I want to have a color, oh sorry, margin bottom of 1.3 rem. So let's refresh. You can see that. So next up, we want to style the h2 in here. So I'm going to call this the let's say about left, and here will be about right. Yeah, so about left has a H2 has a P. About left H2. So I'm going to say font size. Font size of 1.7 rem. So let's see how that looks. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a font width of light. Okay, not working. So let's give it a line height of 1.5 rem. No, 1.8. That's too small. 2.8. Yeah, too much. 2.5. I think that's okay. And give it a margin bottom of 1 rem. So about left P line height is equal to 1.7 rem. Font size 1.2 rem. Yeah, so let's see that. You could see it's been affected, so I'm going to reduce this to 1.13. Yeah, I think that's okay. So the experience section is going to be display flex, and if you check that out, you'd see. And experience first child, I'm trying to get the first span. I'm going to see font size of 5 rem, so you could see that. Okay, I don't think it got that. So this is experience. Okay, experience. It's going to be span. Yeah, span is font size. Yeah, so you could see that the style has been applied. And if you have a color, I'm gonna align items center. Yeah. Yes. So color of var PG accents. And use a darker one. Oh, with the accent dark. Yeah. So you could see that, right? So it's gonna have a padding right of 1 rem. Yeah, so experience span colon last child. So here we want to make it, give it a font size of 1.2 rem. I think that might be too much. 1.114. So let's see. Yeah, and we're going to use a line height of 1.8 rem. So let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think it's all looking good. It's all looking good. Yeah. Sorry about that. So now we have to style this, right? So I think I have to give this about left, right? Let's see that about left. Let's give it a padding right of 1 rem. So let's see how it looks. Padding left. Let's say 2 rem. Yeah. So let's say like 1.5. 1.8. Yes, so let's do the other side. So the about right is gonna have a front about right padding left. Let's also give a padding to match 1. Let's say 1 rem here and 1 here. Oh, not this one. 1 on the left. Yes. So if we come back here and refresh, you can see, and the H1 have font size of 6 here. Let's see how that looks. Oh boy, that's too much. 5. That's also too much. 3.5. Yeah, I think that's cool, but let's make it 0.3. Still too big, but I'm going to say 3 rem, I think. Yeah, I think this is okay. And we want to give a margin bottom of 0.7 rem. Alright, so let's say 0.5, and the H2 about right, H2 about right, H2 is going to have a color of var PG accent dark, and it's going to have a margin top of 3 rem. Yeah, so I think we got that right. Let me increase the size of the about font size. I'm going to say 1.2 rem. We're trying to increase the size. So yeah, so I think it's okay. So guys, as you can see, we've been able to achieve both the hero section and about section. So I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you.